Critics have proclaimed this stage attraction to be the show you must not miss.
In case you pass out, that's tough.
Welcome back to 13 Days of Halloween, Age of the Atom. For Day 2, we'll be looking at a true classic and one of the top-tier movies of the 50s with 1951's The Day the Earth Stood Still. The world is shocked when a normal day gets interrupted by a UFO suddenly landing in Washington, D.C. The army gathers around and anxiously awaits what's to come. The ship opens, revealing two passengers, the alien, Klaatu, and his robotic assistant, Gort.
We have come to visit you in peace and with goodwill.
Klaatu comes in peace, but one of the soldiers lets his nerves get the better of him and shoots the alien. Klaatu collapses, causing Gort to come to his defense.
Gort! Declare Roscoe!
He calls off the robot and reveals that what was thought to be a weapon was actually a gift for humanity.
It was a gift for your president. With this, he could have studied life on the other planets.
Klaatu makes a speedy recovery and finds that the government intends to keep him in the hospital. He reveals that he came to Earth with a message for all mankind and demands the world's leaders all come together to hear him. Unfortunately, none of them will agree to peacefully cooperate, even for something of this magnitude. Klaatu decides to escape from the hospital and attempts to live amongst the humans, learning about the planet's way of life and desperately searching for someone that's willing to hear him out.
He must have been a great man.
Well, sure.
That's the kind of man I'd like to talk to.
Should he finally deliver his message, his mission will be complete.
Must I take drastic action in order to get a hearing?
What sort of action do you mean?
Violent action, since that seems to be the only thing your people understand.
The title of the movie, The Day the Earth Stood Still, isn't just clever naming for a historic event, it's quite literal. In order to get the world to know he's serious, Klaatu displays his alien power and shuts off all electricity in the entire world for exactly 30 minutes. Cars are stopped in their tracks, phone lines go dead, and all aspects of modern life are put on hold, literally putting the Earth at a standstill.
Oh, Eleanor, did you call the electrician?
I tried, Mr. Bleecker, but the phone doesn't work either.
Well, call the phone company.
But the phone doesn't work.
But not to worry, as Klaatu is not a hostile invader and desires peace. He mindfully allows certain things to continue operations, such as hospitals, planes currently in flight, or anything that if shut down would result in casualty. Finally able to get people to listen, Klaatu delivers his grim message. Humanity faces a choice. Either become peaceful and enjoy life with the rest of the galaxy, or continue down the violent path of atomic weapons and warfare. If the latter is chosen, then for the safety of other worlds, the planet will have to be destroyed on behalf of the galaxy.
But if you threaten to extend your violence, this Earth of yours will be reduced to a burned-out cinder.
With his message finally delivered, Klaatu and Gort leave the planet and the future is up to us. Despite Klaatu befriending a young boy, showing that there is always a glimmer of hope for the next generation, as well as gaining an ally in the boy's mother, it may be too late. The bleak ending and actions of several humans during Klaatu's visit shows that, unfortunately, humanity will always choose one option: war.
And the threat of aggression by any group, anywhere, can no longer be tolerated.
The Day the Earth Stood Still isn't really a horror movie at all, at least not in the traditional sense. The threats to the United States at the time, such as atomic weapons, communism, and the Cold War, were all very real sources of fear for the public. The horror genre has always evolved with the times, and a fear of the unknown would come about from advances in the world of science and an interest in outer space. After 2 world wars, something new coming to disrupt a peaceful way of life was a legitimate fear of the American people.
We still don't know what it is or where it comes from, but there's something there.
From that nationwide fear, we get an era of aliens and radioactive monsters. For this film, the fear comes from an unclear and bleak view of humanity's possible future. The effects in this movie are super cool. I'm very impressed with just seeing the ship opening and closing. It's so seamless. How did they even do that? But the robot, Gort, steals the show. Gort's awesome, coming equipped with a laser beam that can remove people and objects from existence. He's huge and has an imposing presence. The whole atmosphere of the movie changes when he's on screen. Gort has a very solid, statuesque appearance, but when he starts to move, you can just feel something serious is about to happen. And when I say huge, I mean it. Gort is a giant. No fancy camera tricks here. He was played by Locke Martin, a real man that stood tall at 7'7", but that wasn't quite tall enough for director Robert Wise, who put Martin in platforms, making him roughly 8 feet tall. The suit itself is quite impressive. I can't tell what it's made of, but it looks great. It's like some sort of malleable metallic material and really drives home that otherworldly feel. This is a really good movie. In fact, it's a great movie. It features competent acting and filmmaking. There's even a great child actor, which is pretty rare even to this day. The Day the Earth Stood Still is full of peaceful ideas with a deep message. It's a powerful film with a lot to say.
Don't they have places like this?
Well, they have cemeteries, but not like this one. You see, they don't have any wars.
Gee, that's a good idea.
It's a prominent anti-war movie warning against the dangers of continuously building more and more deadly weapons. It's also a movie that's anti-ignorance, pleading with the audience to educate themselves so that mistakes are not repeated. The movie suggests that wisdom will bring us peace, while ignorance will only lead to violence. I think there's a lot that we can learn from this movie, and its message is perhaps even more relevant today than it was back then.
I am fearful when I see people substituting fear for reason. In fact, I would like...
Thank you, Mr. Carpenter. Thank you very much.
Unfortunately, for this specific era and genre, this is often the exception rather than the rule, and The Day the Earth Stood Still is possibly the only movie from this marathon that has gone on to become a true classic. Definitely check it out.
Join us and live in peace, or pursue your present course and face obliteration. We shall be waiting for your answer. The decision rests with you.
Pleasant nightmares, friends. Good midnight to you.